person is to run the bags into the passengers. A few times this individual wouldn't show up to pick up the bags, even though he had over 40 minutes left of his shift time. So my crew was getting a little agitated with this. My task was just to get on it early to make sure it didn't progress into a major conflict that affected the whole team. I could have ignored it and just let it fester and figure itself out, or I could have went in aggressive and angry, yelling at the guy, which wouldn't have turned out well. But instead, the next day I got together with him, asked if he'd mind chatting with me. I got together. I wanted to make things work between everybody, so I offered if he could stay a little bit later, at least run the first half of the bags, so that we could finish offloading the other side of the aircraft, and we'd run in the second half, and then he was still leaving on time, and that way my crew was a little bit happier, and overall the passengers would be happier with not as long of a wait time. So through this experience, realized I can stay calm and process information and be kind of a mediator for everybody to make sure the team works efficiently. Also that not everyone kind of realizes the damage they could be doing, even though they think they're not affecting everybody. So these are kind of the skills that I would bring to the table if I was lucky enough to get a job here with Trauma.
Okay, good. So, a few follow-up questions on this one.
Yeah.
Right. Up at the top, how many people are normally on the crew when you guys are?
There's 3 of us.
Just 3, and then 1 runner, basically. So
Yeah.
it was basically 2 of you guys,
So
and 1 guy had to.
it's like the 2 station attendants go into the compartment and put the bags onto the belt loader, and then I put them onto a cart, and then the runner takes them in.
So by him leaving, you had to.
We had
You as the lead had to go further.
So it's either I'm kind of forced the decision whether I offload the first half of the bags and bring them in, and then go back to the plane and offload the second half, or if I just offload all of the bags and then have everybody wait, because it takes probably 30-ish minutes to offload everything.
Okay, so I just want you to put some numbers up at the top of this, right? Just to kind of make it easier for them in their heads to visualize the scope of the problem, right? So not too much to make you, stressed out about having to remember all the details, but basically, just say it usually takes us, 30 minutes to offload a bag, or offload the bags off a long flight.
Yep.
When we didn't have the runner, he pushed it to 60 or 70 minutes.
Okay. Yep.
Right? And then that's another perfect spot for you to, talk about everybody's traveled, especially everybody who's a senior firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
They got money to travel. So they've had bags that were delayed. They've had, lost baggage. So, try to throw in some airport joke if you can.
Okay.
Especially up at the top, right? Then I love the fact that you said your task was to get on early and figure out a resolution to it.
Mm-hmm.
You could have ignored them, you could have gotten aggressive,
Yep.
but you pulled them aside and you asked them to make a compromise.
Yep.
At that point too, treat it like the firefighter stress style question, right?
Yeah.
You also want to pull them aside and ask them, hey, what's going on? Why are you leaving early? Is there some sort of family issue? Is there something I can do to help you? Just something like that.
Okay.
Gotta try and weave that in there.
All right.
Then you said, ask to compromise, and awesome, he did that.
Yep.
Then your results, you gotta tell me some numbers on that, right? So, put some like additional context. So just say, he realized what he was doing wrong, and that's why I'm asking, like, what was wrong with the guy, so that he can make the adjustments with his wife, so he can get home for pickup time or something. I don't know what it was, right?
Okay.
But just tell me a little bit better result, and just be like, we've been able to continue to beat our offload times for the last 3 months, or we never had an issue again, or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you told me about I put a big circle around be the mediator. That's awesome. That is 100%.
Yeah.
Like the type of talk that you gotta throw in there, right? That's high level understanding of kind of corporate, because Toronto is corporate. Every fire department is not corporate, but just corporate talk, right? Like you being the mediator, the peacekeeper, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Okay.
LL2, not everyone realizes the damage that they do, but from their decisions, very, very. That's like really insightful, right? Like that's something that out of all my, like that's not even something that I'd pull out of my bag on a regular basis. So I'm gonna actually steal that and put it into my list of stuff.
Yeah, go for it.
But yeah, that's really good. Not everyone realizes the damage that they do from their decisions. Very, very good line. You gotta have a different closing though, or
yeah.
I know that blessed to get a job here.
Yeah.
You can say that one
Yeah.
in the interview,
Okay.
but I want you to come up with a different one.
To tie it in with
Maybe talk
fire
about-
service in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah, so this is the conflict story, right? So
Yeah.
maybe talk about, that there's firefighters here that have big personalities, or everybody's got a life outside of fire,
Yeah.
and sometimes conflicts with schedules or responsibilities or promotions pop up. I'm the type of guy that will always help keep everybody calm in a room,
Okay.
and I want to bring that to my here in TFS or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I mean, you understand the framework, and this is what happens, right? Like when there's a little bit of time away, it's like, okay, there's more stories, or you just go through life and you're like, oh, wait a second, this could actually be an interview answer.
Yeah.
So that's what you're doing right now. So that's good. Good. We got that everything lined up there. Those are the 2 new ones. What was the language that your associate?
Punjabi.
There we go. Good stuff. And what are your core attributes that you're interested in?
Teamwork, resilience,
Yep.
continual learner, integrity, and situational awareness.
Good stuff. Okay. And what's the name of your learn a new skill story?
Load final change.
All right. Good. Okay. So I don't want to stress you out too much. I know you got a big drive coming up in a couple minutes. You got to leave. You got to come down here. You're going to be super early. You're going to be rested. Where are you staying when you land? Where you get to Toronto?
Staying at Hilton in Vaughan somewhere. It's 15 minutes from the station that the interview is. So
Good. So it's nice and close.
yeah.
Good. And then your date is 26th, you said?
Yeah, 1.
26 at 1 o'clock, yeah. So you're going to get there, 11:30, 12-ish. No issues. You're just going to chill, relax in the car.
Yeah, it sounds like
You're just
there's
going to
a
walk in there.
Tim Hortons there, so I'll just sit in that parking lot.
Yep, you're just going to sit, relax,
Try
not drink too much coffee so you don't have anxiety.
No, yeah.
And you'll be good, man. You'll be super good. This is 2 firefighters talking. That's all the way you look at it, right? Like you're gonna walk in there, you're not gonna be nervous, you know the questions that they're asking, you know the stories that you're gonna be using, you're just gonna practice them.
I know, like, I've been studying annual reports and, like, Toronto specific stats and
Yeah, so
like
that
fire
emergency-
initiatives and stuff.
that emergency versus non-emergency duties or the role and responsibility question. That's when you
Fit
can
it
kind of
in
throw
there.
those in.
Okay.
Or you can, throw it in at some of your conclusions, but even the diversity question, you can probably throw in some stats, or the stressed out
Okay.
firefighter, you can throw in some stuff about, Chris Rodriguez, staff psychologist, or different programs that they have access and available to, the critical incident stress management team. You're going to throw in some of that stuff, right?
Yeah, because I know, like with your email there, that with the non-emergency, emergency duties, I had a lot of stats in there. If I asked that one, but
Don't belabor yourself, right?
Yeah.
Like, the big thing is talking about the tasks you do on the fire or on the emergency grounds.
Okay.
Right? So at medicals, you're doing CPR,
yeah,
you're doing your primary assessments, you're doing using AutoX tools, you're throwing ladders, you're pulling hoses. You are, on water sector, you are, grabbing a wrench and opening up the hydrant, making the connection. You're doing all those things.
okay,
And then also talking about the types of calls
yeah,
that you do, right? So then just expand on medicals, technical rescue, car accidents, that kind of stuff.
all right,
Right. And then you go into non-emergency duties. So you got training, you got pub ed, you got prevention, you got pre-planning, you got keeping the station clean, building camaraderie with the team,
yeah,
checking the vehicles.
yeah,
Real simple, right? Everything you do with the volley, you just explain what you do, both sides, right? So task level and also kind of like strategy level.
okay,
Yeah, I wouldn't stress too much. And if you could throw in some stats in between there,
yeah,
right? But the stats is the seasoning on the steak. The meat is your answers, and that's what we have written out in this on this paper that you sent me a picture of with your beautiful countertop.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
all right,
All right, man. So, quick and dirty. After you finish the interview, just shoot me a text. Tell me, holy shit, Jordan, you fucked me. Like, I thought these were the questions, and they changed it just for me. Or you'd be like, yeah, it was pretty close to what you said, Jordan. It was, but I was good, or I was shit, or whatever. Like, just let me know and just get it off your chest. You know what I mean?
okay, yeah.
That's all we can do, man.
Yeah.
That's all we can do, brother.
Well, I appreciate all your help. Either way,
Yeah, no
however it
problem, man.
goes.
It's